काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट्स की क्वेरीज आ रही हैं कि क्वांटम जंप के कुछ टॉपिक्स जो हैं, मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स, उनको मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस करूं और आपको एक्सप्लेन करूं जो इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक्स हैं जो कि प्रीलिम्स में आ सकते हैं, मेंस में आ सकते हैं या इंटरव्यूज में पूछे जा सकते हैं। तो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस दिस टॉपिक ऑफ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप एंड एनजीओज एंड बेसिकली आपको इस टॉपिक के बारे में क्या जानना है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू शुड नो द डेफिनेशन ऑफ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप। तो सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप की जो डेफिनेशन जो मैं इस बुक से आपको बताऊंगा वो है, इट इज डिफाइंड एज सेल्फ गवर्नड, मतलब कि उनकी जो गवर्नेंस है वो वही लोग जो सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप को फॉर्म करते हैं, दे आर डूइंग द गवर्नेंस ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। इट इज सेल्फ गवर्नड peer controlled information group of people with similar socio-economic background. That means it is a kind of homogeneous group. It is not that there is some rich person, then there is some poor person. The person is having a similar socio-economic background, then they are having a desire to collectively perform a common purpose, right? So these people are self-governed, they are having similar socio-economic background, and they are coming together to perform a common goal, right? So these are some of the things which are the necessity for these self-help groups, right? So with respect to this, knowing all the definition with respect to the self-help group, you should know some of the data, right? Data is like the repayment ratio for self-help group is 85%. Then there are 80 lakh self-help groups as of now registered. Then there are 10 crore members, and out of those 10 crore members, 90%, more than 90% of the members are women, right? And as far as bank balance is concerned, there is, as per the government data, there's 6,500 crore of bank balance, right? Then what is the objective of self-help group? So this kind of diagram which is shown, such kind of diagram in a simplified form, you can make in your exam and in your answer sheet, that this is to save a small amount regularly. Because what happens that when a self-help group is formed, you have to invest some amount, like for example 10 rupees, 100 rupees. Then that amount is also supplemented with the government efforts. Then there are various government schemes which are specifically focused for self-help groups, right? So it is to save small amounts. Then it is to mutually agree to contribute to a common fund. Like there is a common fund जिसमें कि आप लोग अपना कॉन्ट्री कर सकते हैं, 10 रुपए हो, 100 रुपए हो. देन इट इज टू मीट देयर इमरजेंसी नीड. वो फंड जो है उसमें से अगर आपके घर में कुछ इमरजेंसी हुई है या बच्चों की शादी है, उसके लिए आप फंड ले सकते हैं. देन इट हैज सिंपल एंड रिस्पॉन्सिव रूल्स. Rules are very simple, right? It is not going to have CRPC or IPC kind of rules and regulations. The rules should be very simple, that who should be the president, who should be the secretary, and who will be having the treasurer power, right? So in this way you can write 5 or 10 points with respect to self-help group and make such kind of simple diagram, right? And one more important diagram which you can make with respect to self-help groups and with NGOs, that earlier the governance was like this. The center, state and local bodies were different, right? Center, state and local bodies were different. They were segregated. But now with the use of communication, with the use of information technology, you have this kind of governance, right? This kind of governance where state, center and local bodies and international organizations are coming together with the help of digitalization, right? So this is the present situation. This is the future situation. Present and future is with respect to information technology, with respect to network governance. Whenever you are talking about network governance, it means that NGOs, self-help groups are coming together with center, state. There is also linkage with the international organization. There is linkage with the private sector. So all these organizations are coming together for the development of the society, right? So इसमें स्टेट और सेंटर की तो गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम्स होगी. एसएचजीज के बारे में हमने बात करी कि एसएचजीज किस तरह से सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के जो मेंबर्स हैं उनको एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोवाइड कर रही है. देन प्राइवेट सेक्टर कैसे प्रोवाइड कर सकता है? दे कैन प्रोवाइड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू CSR. दे हैव कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, सो दे कैन फंड दीज ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, राइट? Then international organizations are also there. They are funding them. They are providing some kind of training, right? So in this way, there is network governance. There is digital governance as of now, right? Now, with respect to self-help groups or NGOs, you should know some of the good examples. For example, we know the example of Kudumba Shri in South. We know the example of Seva. We know the example of Lijjat Papad, Amul, right? So these are some kind of groups which are formed informally, and they are doing very successful. They are running very successful, and recently even the District Magistrate Office New Delhi had started a self-help group by the name of Ummeed, right? They have a target of forming 100 self-help groups by name Ummeed. They are providing some employment to these women. They are running their own kitchens. This is known as Ummeed Ki Rasoi. Then they are on festival seasons, they have special events like Ummeed Ki Diwali, Ummeed Ki Rakhi, Ummeed Ke Ganpati, right? So these women are empowered. They are trained by the state government. They are trained by the national government, and they are getting employment through self-employment generation. They are getting empowered. They are getting positive feeling, right? So this is with respect to Ummeed and all these famous examples like Kudumba Shri, Lijjat Papad, and Seva, right? Now, similarly, on the same line, you can talk about the role of NGOs in democracy. What is the role of NGO in democracy? It is for the education of children, development of youth, protection of animals, betterment of disabled, providing services, emancipation of women. So, there are plethora of points which you can write with respect to NGOs. Then some data which you should always write whenever you are talking about such kind of NGOs. Like India has around 3.2 million registered non-government organizations, right? And something that how these NGOs are formed, these NGOs can be registered under Society Registration Act, Religious Empowerment Act, Indian Trust Act, right? So these are some of the legal formalities through which these NGOs are formed, right? So after that, you should make some kind of good diagram with respect to NGO, right? This is a diagram which you can make in your exams, mentioning the famous NGOs like we have mentioned about Kailash Satyarth Children Foundation. They are rescuing the child from the child labor. You have Akshay Patra, you have Smile Foundation, you have HelpAge India, which is working exclusively and playing very much important role with respect to senior citizens. Then in the end, you should always recommend some of the important committees or some of the important judgments, right? For example, one of the example would be Vijay Kumar Committee on NGO. Vijay Kumar Committee on NGO, it is given some wonderful recommendations for non-government organizations. For example, there should be modernization of registration procedure for NGO. There should be recovering grant in case of misappropriation. There should be more transparency. There should be auditing of their accounts, right? So whenever you are writing such kind of examples, whenever you are substantiating your answers, definitely you are going to get extra marks and extra edge over the other students. So our motive is that I will be covering most of the topics with respect to quantum jump, and I will keep on updating you through these video lectures. And if you have any query, you can write me on Telegram and on YouTube channel and also on my Facebook, and I will try to impart as much knowledge as I can provide you. And whenever I have free time, I will keep on sharing the content of this book, because ultimately my objective is that the quality of answers which you guys are writing in your mains should be good, and the kind of content you are reading for prelims should also be good. And whenever you are appearing for interview, you should have all the facts and figures, all the judgments on your tips.